Hi, everybody. It's Rosie, Transgender Goddess. And if you have ever heard that before, then it's likely that you were one of my handful of followers on my TikTok account. But I've kind of seen the writing on the wall over there, and I've realized that it's probably not going to be the best place for me to post my content anymore if I actually want it to be seen because I'm trans and they're heading to a place that I'm not ready to go? So I've decided to basically just uproot and do exactly what I was doing on TikTok here on YouTube. But if you are not following me here from TikTok, you probably don't know what I did. So, what I want to give you right now is a little bit of background on me and just my mission statement. What's this channel for? What do I plan to do? So, my name is Rosalind, but I go by Rosie online. And when I was on TikTok, I specifically went by Rosie, the Transgender Goddess. Last year in September, I decided to start transitioning and I decided to start living my life as the woman I always knew that I was. It did take 3 decades and some change for me to get there, but I did get there and I was extremely proud of myself and I wanted to share my journey. So I opened up a TikTok account and I started sharing trans joy. My early videos were all titled Trans Girl Joy and they were all about spreading a little bit of positivity and hope in a community that I had just joined that I knew was not getting the support that they needed, that could not always find that joy. And I wanted to be a source of that. I started my TikTok account to find community, to blog and talk about my journey, and to share my life with people a little bit. And it did lead to community, but it also led to something else. Because in addition to being, I guess, a content creator, I am also a teacher and an educator. I am a high school English teacher, and I am living here in Texas as a transgender woman. One of my very early videos on TikTok got picked up by the hate group Libs of TikTok. It was a video in which I expressed gender euphoria. I said that the fact that some of my students were calling me ma'am and the fact that I had been called ma'am that morning at the gas station was giving me gender euphoria. Well, Libs of TikTok took issue with this. They saw the term gender euphoria as something pornographic, as something sexual, as a term used by groomers and pedophiles. They began harassing me. They sent their followers after me. I was sent countless death threats. I was put on leave from my job for a while. About a week after that video was posted and all of that happened and I went viral, I was called into the front office and I was told that I had to resign because a state representative by the name of Brian Harrison had stuck his nose into the whole mess and had called for my job, basically arguing that transgender people should not be educators, that my gender identity in and of itself was a danger to children and I needed to be disposed of. And that is exactly what the school did. The school did dispose of me. In the aftermath of that, which was March of last year, I was unable to find work. I am still to this day, almost a year later, unable to find work. So I turned my energy to my art and that joy that I was sharing on TikTok. My TikTok account blew up for a little while. I had upwards of about 5,000 followers there. But given the changes that that app is going through right now, I can't be there anymore. I allowed that app to ruin my life once. I am not going to allow that app to ruin my life again, especially when I am trying to get it back on track. So, what I used to share on that TikTok account was stuff about my life and what was happening with me. A lot of people were very curious what was happening to me after I lost my job and if I had found work. So I kind of started that account as a way to keep people up to date with what was going on in my life. And then it kind of grew from there into a place where I could share my opinions, where I could rant and rave, where I could share the days that I felt beautiful. And what turned out to be the most important thing is it turned out to be a place where I could share my poetry and my art. I hope that I can take all of that energy here to my YouTube channel and share it with all of you. My goal always, since my transition, has been to spread joy and to create some form of community that is meaningful to me, but could be meaningful to other people too. Trans people don't have enough supports right now. Trans people don't have enough people to look up to right now because our voices are being silenced. And I want to be a voice for this community. My number one tenet is always authenticity. If you follow me on this channel, you will hear lots of my poetry. You will hear lots of my rants. You will hear me speak. You will see this pretty face on a very regular basis, but it won't always look like this. I am not one to always put on makeup. I am not one to always cover up my bald spots. I am, as you can see, not always one to film in the best of locations. My goal here is that you hear the words that I have to say, not so much that you care aesthetically about the person giving them. I am not a big fan, or I'm not going to be a beauty account. That is simply not what I am going to be. I do consider myself very beautiful, but I am not a beauty account. If you are coming here to know the makeup I wear, if you are coming here to know about how I do up my face or whatever, that is not what this is going to be. This is going to be a place where I can post my art, and this is going to be a place where I can talk and create community. I do plan on moving most of my favorite content from my TikTok account here to this new YouTube account. So you might see some videos populate in the next few days that are maybe are earlier that you've seen before, look like they came from TikTok. They did. I am going to just move a bunch of them that I liked, some poetry readings and stuff, over here. If you look through some of those and you mess with what I do, it'd be a good idea to follow me. Right now, given that I don't have a job, I keep my time occupied by doing this. I feel like spreading the messages that I'm spreading and getting my art out there. I mean, maybe that's what I'm supposed to be doing right now. So, when you subscribe to this YouTube channel, what you are going to get is Mondays and Wednesdays, you are going to get brand new poetry. Whatever poems I am working on that day, I will read them for you on this channel. You are also going to get general rants. I am just going to come on here and talk to you. Whether I take the video on my phone or I take the video here at my little setup, such as it is, I'm just going to talk to you about some stuff. I have some opinions on stuff. I am an educator, and I hope that part of what I can use this channel for is to educate people, because even if all I'm sharing is my own personal transgender experience, I still think that there is merit to that, because not enough trans stories are being shared right now. So if I can share my unique way of being trans, my unique way of meeting these challenges, I hope that it will help people in some way. But you mess with my art or whatever else, you can check in with this account regularly and you'll see poetry and trans joy, because that is what I plan to share. I hope that a lot of you are coming over here from TikTok. I really loved the community that I was building there. But if you are brand new, welcome. I am Rosie, the transgender goddess. I am all inclusive. I love all people, as long as you're not some kind of like MAGA moron. But if you mess with what I am doing, if I seem like an interesting person, if you like the authenticity and the off the cuff nature of what I talk about, maybe come and subscribe and like. I love you all, and I will talk to you later. Bye.